Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. You're welcome to Nikki Mandy Vlogs. I'm Chinwe, a mommy blogger based here in Abuja. If you're a new viewer, you're welcome on board. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Click on the red subscribe button now, okay? Click on that button and on the bell icon next to the button so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're the real MVP. You already know that. You're the most valuable player. Please, you're not my village people. I saw one movie trailer the other day that had my village people and the acronym is MVP as well. And I was like, can you imagine? Nigerians, we got no chill. Okay, so welcome. I'm excited to have you. And I want to share today's video. I'll just be sharing, it's going to be a fun video. I hope you're going to enjoy it, okay? Because I'm going to be sharing some of my experiences, how I cope with juggling my job, family, kids, 9 to 5 and all. Yeah, so please stick around until the end of this video so you can hear everything I have to share with you guys. Also I would love to hear and read about your own experiences as well. How do you cope with your family, your kids? Are you a 9 to 5 mom? Are you a career mom? Do you have your own business? Are you a mompreneur? Or are you a stay-at-home mom? How do you cope and how do you make ends meet? How do you work, strike a balance, between your work, your job, and your kids? Because I know it's not easy. So I just want to know how you do it as well. I'd love to read all about it in the comment section of this video, okay? So please stick around at the end of this video. Alright, without wasting much time, let's move into the video. So the first tip I'm going to be sharing is quality over quantity. I believe in quality time is the most important, okay? Don't beat yourself up that you want to spend the whole day with your kids. It's impossible. But then the little time that you get to spend with them, how do you make an impact in their lives? How do you make an impact? How do you make it worthwhile? Okay, make it valuable for the kids. How do you do that? It's all about the values you inculcate at the end of the day. It's all about the norms, the skills that they imbibe. It's all about the values you teach them. Everything. It's all about the teaching. It's all about the corrections. It's all about the bond. It's all about the love, the atmosphere, what you share and what you give out. The quality is what all that matters. The content of the time, not even the quantity of the time, because you may spend the whole day and eventually it's not valuable to them. Tip number 2, avoid starting the day on a frazzled note. Don't be frazzled. You're waking up, you're exhausted and all. Then how do you avoid starting the day on a frazzled note? How do you avoid that? The only way, what I do is that I try to get things ready the day before. And I shared some of these tips on my blog as well. I'll leave the link to that blog in the description box so that you can also read up if you want to. You can also read up on some of the things I wrote there that are also insightful that I do. Yeah, so what I do is usually the day before, especially on school nights or maybe the nights before we go to church or something, I just get everything ready. I make sure the food preparation for the next day, everything is just almost, even if it's not ready 100%, I just make it almost ready. So if I'm making maybe frying chips or something in the morning for lunch, for snack in school, I get to maybe cut it up the night before or something, preserve it in the refrigerator against the next day. So I just get to make things easier for me, iron their clothes, make it in such a way that once they wake up in the morning, immediately we're having our morning devotion. The next thing to do is just to have their bath, dress them up. Then I'm just putting finishing touches to their meals, if it's to fry eggs to add up to it, or sausages to add up, whatever, or reheat, or I just do that quickly and pack it up for them and they take it to school. So that's what I usually do. Sometimes if it's maybe stew, they're getting something with stew, maybe boiled yam and stew, boiled rice and stew, white rice and stew, or whatever, boiled spaghetti and stew. I already have the stew in the freezer. So what I just do is I boil the rice, I boil whatever it is that I need. All these things, when I wake up in the morning, I boil that. All these things make it easier, because when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I'm not really a morning person sometimes, so I tend to be exhausted maybe from the night before, especially if the night before was very intense. But then when I remember that I'm not really doing much, in terms of preparation that morning, it helps to relieve some of those feelings. Yeah, so I think it helps for me, and I know it would help for someone else out there as well. So just make things easier for you in the mornings by doing the majority of the work the night before, so that once you wake up in the morning, it's just easy peasy from there, just moving, without looking back. So yeah, that's it. I try to avoid that, and then I try to spend every little time I have with them. So what does that mean? It means that once I come back, I'm saying no to my phone. No, no. Now before, this wasn't actually the case, and I noticed that now that I don't do that anymore, there's a huge difference. Before, my phone was like my, I was sorry about that. It wasn't recording. I thought it was recording, and I just had to start it all over again. Okay, so as I was saying, where did we stop? Where did I stop? Yeah, I was talking about the things that I do. So I know I try to spend as much time as I can with them. Not like amount of time. I mean, like every little time I have, I spend with them. If I have, yeah, like when I come back from work, I try to, once I'm done cooking, we eat together. I try to make sure we're eating together. So as we're eating, we're talking about certain things. Don't observe table manners on school nights. So yeah, we do that, and when it's time for them to sleep, that their bedtime is also a very good time for me to bond with them. These rituals, I just put them in place like some form of rituals that we know that we must do. Once we're done eating, we say our prayers. Once it's 8 p.m, we pray, and after prayers, yeah, there's nothing else to do. Okay, because by then they've finished their homework. Okay, or if they haven't, I can just go over maybe one or two work that they didn't really understand or something. I can just go over it and explain further, and maybe sometimes they seek clarification in some concepts. I just do that, and then it's time to go to bed. It's bedtime, and then when it's time to go to bed, most times I try my best to talk them in. I read them maybe one or two bedtime stories. I try to do that every night. I try my best, even though I don't do that every single night, but most times I do that for them. If I'm not able to read, maybe because I'm straining my eyes, because the lights need to be off, just the bedside lamp that will be on when I'm doing that. Yeah, so instead of straining my eyes, sometimes what I do is I either I'm reading to them, or I tell them our stories orally, just tell them bedtime stories orally. Yeah, so that helps as well. Why I turn off the lights when I'm doing that is because I notice that if I leave the lights on in order for me to see the book I'm reading, these girls won't sleep. They won't sleep. They're just staring at me. They'll be looking at the expressions. They'll be just staring at me. So what I do is I turn off the lights, or if you don't want to do that, you can as well get this blindfolds. You can just use it over the eyes, or the ones we use in airplanes when you want to sleep or something. You can just use it to cover their eyes. If you want to leave the lights on, yeah, then make sure to remove it before you leave and all. So yeah, that's what I do. Okay, yeah, so that's it, guys. Then another thing I do is that I try to what now? I try to say no. I try to say no to whatever is going to make me not to have enough time when I leave my place of work. Yeah, so how do I do that? I just try to make sure I work as fast, as quickly and as efficiently as I can, at my place of work. Even though this is the nature of my job, it's a bit difficult. I'm an educator. It's usually difficult for you to finish everything you need to finish at a place of work and just leave it behind and come back home. But most times I try to achieve that, and when I can't, I make sure that what I'm working at home on is little to nothing, so that it won't interfere with my family time or my family life, because I also have a life outside of my place of work as well. So that's how I try to strike a balance. So I make sure that I make sure I'm not found wanting. I try my best to do my best there, set my priorities, set my targets, meet my deadlines, do what I'm supposed to do, try to be as efficient as I can, and then try to do what I can during my working hours, so that once it's time for me to leave the place of work, you don't even have any reason to tell me not to, because there's nothing that would make me to stay back. As in, you don't have anything to hold against me, or anything to make me stay back. I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah, but that's it. So I try to do that. So when I come back home, I just face my family and do what I need to do in my family. Yeah, so that's it. And then finally, on a final note, on a final note, I I just want to, you know, just talk to moms. I know that it's not easy. I know that most times we suffer from mom guilt. I know I've suffered from mom guilt once or twice, a couple of times. I know a couple of moms have suffered from mom guilt as well. I know moms, and you may have suffered from mom guilt as well. I just want to tell you is that not to feel bad. Okay, don't feel bad. They're not always there for your kids. It's not possible for you to always be there for your kids. So don't ever feel bad because you're not. Because your 9 to 5 is taking you out of your home, you know, or away from your kids. Remember, if you don't have that 9 to 5, your source of income, if you had another source of income, maybe, yeah, in addition to 9 to 5, it will still not be as much as when you still have that, when you have add that to what you're making. The other one also helps to augment. Don't feel bad, because if you add whatever you're making from your side hustle to the 9 to 5, to what you're making, the income you get from 9 to 5, it still goes a long way to help you out with whatever needs you have, you know, and the kids that you need to provide for as well. So I don't see the reason why you should feel guilty. Okay, you're doing your best. You're doing what a good mom should do by by helping your partner to provide for those kids. Okay, or to even make it easier for make the burden less on him because of the money you are making. So I don't know. It's better that way than, okay, how would you feel if your liability, you're always at home, you're not making any money in any form of way, you're not making money in any form of way, in any way, you don't have any source of income, you're just at home looking at the kids, and then the kids are like, okay, mommy, please, I want this, I want a dollhouse, and you can't afford to get it for them. And then everything has to depend on your husband. Like, how do you feel? You know, for me, I'm the type of person who, if I can avoid asking my husband for things, I will. Like, I don't like being a form of nuisance in any way. So I see myself as being a nuisance when I even ask him for something that I know that it's not just beneficial to me, that everybody's going to benefit from, or even for my kids. So I just feel that I shouldn't micromanage him. He's only old enough to know what he should do. So I'm not the one to tell him, okay, I need money for this. Of course, sometimes I can bring it to his notice that, okay, this is actually what needs to be done. But you know, if I have the money to do that thing, I don't need to keep waiting for him. Okay, maybe he doesn't even have the money now. Maybe he would have it. Sometimes he doesn't have the money now. I'll do it, and then when he has the money, he pays me back. Do you understand? Or sometimes it depends on how it works. Sometimes we have shared 50-50, and everybody's happy. So the 9 to 5 that you have shouldn't be something to make you feel guilty, or any form of work you have, even at times 9 to 5, but it may be anything you are doing to make money, and of course legally, and it's taking you away from your kids. It shouldn't make you feel bad, okay? Because you're still helping your kids in the long run. You're making yourself a better person as well, okay? Because you're being more financially independent, which is key. Being financially independent, okay? You're not depending on anybody. You're depending on your husband. If he gives you, fine, of course, okay? If he doesn't, you're fine and you're good to go. So yes, so please, thank you again for stopping by the channel today. Thank you for stopping by. I'm excited. You don't know how much it means to me to know that at least I have 1 or 2 people watching my videos. I'm so happy and I'm thankful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So guys, please tell me, share with me your own experiences as well. How do you juggle your own life, you know? So that being said, don't forget to keep doing your best, because you're a super mom, okay? So keep doing your best, keep being the best mom you can be for your kids, because nobody can be a better mom for them than you, okay? So don't forget that, and thank you. Please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, okay? Subscribe and share the video. Like what you saw, please subscribe and comment and share and like. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Oh, you can also leave video suggestions as well for me in the comment section, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. So, bye.